where Nigel Martin returns for Everton after missing the last 6 games with a calf injury. So Richard Wright drops to the bench. There are 2 other changes from the side that beat Sunderland in the Cup. Tony Hibbert and David Weir are back for Gary Naismith and the injured Leon Osman. James McFadden, who's been amongst the goals lately, is given a rare Premiership start. James Beattie's last Premiership goal came against Norwich for Southampton. When these teams met at Carrow Road in October, Duncan Ferguson came on to score the winner. He's on the bench again. Gary Holt returns to Norwich's starting lineup in place of Phil Mulrine, and that's the only change from the team that began that epic encounter with Middlesbrough. Dean Ashton scored his first goal in that game after his £3 million move from Crewe. They're going to need a few more from him to aid the fight for survival. Graham Stewart, who's just joined from Charlton, is on the bench, but is almost certainly going to run out at some stage against his former club. Norwich City are fighting for survival in the Premiership. Everton could tell them a thing or two about how to do that, but they have no such worries this season, currently occupying a Champions League place. But their Merseyside rivals, Liverpool, are creeping up on them, and they will have noted that. Here is Stubbs, immediately up towards Beattie, and it's going to come back towards him, where he rather misjudged it. Now here's Johnson as Norwich try to make an early impression. He gets the throw. It's a match that Everton will be expected to win, but football rarely that straightforward, David.
Yeah, very much so. And Everton, of course, still feeling their way after the loss of Thomas Gravesen. Had to tweak the system slightly, particularly further forward where they're trying to accommodate this man, James Beattie. Different type from Marcus Bent, of course. But they do have good width down either side. McFadden quite happy playing right side, predominantly left-sided. And if Adam Drury shows him too much of the inside, he could be in trouble.
And McFadden and Hibbert conspiring, and Beattie let it go. Kevin Kilban was coming in, he got the last touch, although there was a contribution from Craig Fleming too for Norwich in that.
I think Beattie did the right thing. I think he knows he can't score, he's well outside the front post. The angle was doing him no favours, and I think by leaving it, he tried to open up the angle.
Dean Ashton, recruited from Crewe of the Championship for £3 million. A lot of clubs have had a look at him. Norwich took the plunge. Doherty renewing his duel with Beattie. Everton lost their last Premiership match here, 1-0 to Charlton, but that was their first home defeat in 3 months. Norwich with just 2 wins all season, and they both came at home against Bolton and against Southampton. They need to find another win from somewhere, and David Moyes took a tumble then. Sees the funny side of it, as does Nigel Worthington. Just slippery over there. Adam Drury with this throw. He'll get the chance to take another. Came off Carsley. Brennan. Knocked down by Johnson, and Martin has to smother, and Johnson didn't have the composure to trouble Everton.
Well, he did well to win the first ball away, because it's a nothing ball. It's in there almost for 10 minutes. And he's outcrowded here at the back post, 3 against 1, but he still won it, knocked it into a very decent area. Snatched at the chance.
Norwich spent 9 years away from the Premiership. In the very first season of the Premiership, they finished 3rd. Mike Walker and all that European football, Bayern Munich. And Johnson just lost his way then, and the free kick will be given.
Good pressing by Gary Holt. Playing a similar role to Yobo tonight. Just to allow Francis to a little bit of licence to get forward. Gary Holt will sit. Given the job of tracking, Cahill runs into the box.
Fleming takes. Francis. It's Brennan. Cahill, Hibbert.
That's down to the pitch and nothing else. That's what we're talking about. We're going to see a fair bit of that tonight. Ball sitting up continually.
Yes, it is a poor pitch. Drury. Screwed away by Carsley. Got back by Doherty. And Carsley's header has set it up here for James McFadden. McFadden's cross. Beattie couldn't get there and Edworthy made contact. It's only come out to Joseph Yobo.
First time in the match, Everton have managed to get down the outside. What a good ball in from James McFadden with his right foot.
Kilban. Pistone. Bit too near Rob Green.
Just a little bit too much pace on the ball for Beattie to make up the ground.
Midway point of the first half at Goodison. And Huckabee trying to sneak in then, but Carsley wins the tussle with Brennan. Here's McFadden. Skinning Drury. McFadden, real crowd pleaser when he's in the mood. And he's in the mood for a corner.
That's good defending eventually there from Drury, but he won't want to be left isolated. And he was saying to Brennan, look, need a little bit of protection here. McFadden can go either way.
McFadden is the man who will send the corner long, and Lee Carsley had pulled away and Cahill didn't connect as he would have wished.
That's a terrific chance. And they just lose Lee Carsley at the back post, Norwich. Eventually it's Gary Holt who's trying to get close to him, but he's got all the time in the world to measure the header back across goal. And you'd normally expect better from Tim Cahill.
Cahill is the joint top scorer. 6 goals. Here's Yobo. McFadden. Everton looking lively. Cahill. McFadden wasting no time. And Beattie in there. Edworthy keeping Beattie occupied. Here's Pistone. Kilban. An exchange between Kilban and Pistone. Gary Doherty with a rather unorthodox clearance. Carsley with the hit, and it went at some force at Craig Fleming.
I'm surprised he's still on his feet.
Huckabee now leaves it for Francis. Edworthy. Oh, and Johnson has pulled up there.
Cut this one absolutely flush, Lee Carsley. Struck Fleming in the elbow, if anything. He caught late as he struck it.
Mattias Jonsson, the Swedish international, needing some treatment, and so too Carsley.
Carsley in particular will be a loss for Everton. You see the concern on David Moyes' face. He's lost Gravesen. Arteta's not fit to come in, and he'll want this man back on his feet.
Well, they're both back on their feet for now. And we will resume with a throw for Everton. Carsley having to trudge off, of course, so that he can come back on, having had a touch of treatment. Likewise, Jonsson. Everton do the decent thing. Doherty gave it straight to Stubbs. Beattie, McFadden. Hibbert going around the outside, and he's going to use him. And Gary Holt saw that coming. Not that it was too near Carsley anyway. David Moyes was on the end of that as well, I think. Stayed on his feet this time. Carsley. No problem there for Green. They have returfed the areas immediately in front of the goal. It looks like the whole pitch could do with the returfing here. Goodison. Beattie, McFadden, now Cahill, promising this, and Hibbert's made a great run. Hibbert's cross, Kilban can't get to it, Beattie still might. And Jonsson tracking back to do some defensive duty, but Kilban applauds the cross.
Yeah, it's significant enough though, the move started by Cahill, who for the first time in the match really got away from Gary Holt, run off him before releasing the ball wide right.
Pistone's throw. Jonsson dealing with the threat of Kilban that time. And Stubbs sliding in on Edworthy. Cahill for Hibbert. Doherty deals with it rather than let it go. Yobo playing away in that midfield role. Kilban. Pistone has to check away from Jonsson. Come off Craig Fleming. Fleming has played every minute of every game for Norwich this season. Just over half an hour played. 0-0. Pistone. Cahill. Here's Weir. And now Hibbert. As Everton look to up the ante. Carsley's cross. It's going to come to Yobo. Now McFadden for Pistone. Kilban, Pistone is available for a return, but Kilban delivers delightfully anyway.
A terrific defensive header from Gary Holt. Good advantage allowed by the referee, and a wonderful whip ball in from Kilban.
McFadden. James McFadden, and it hit his own man, Carsley.
Again, you can see McFadden are quite happy going inside or out. A real handful for Norwich down that side. And Everton starting to work the wide areas pretty profitably now. You get the impression if they keep getting that kind of service in from either side, they'll get one.
Holt and Cahill stuck together again, and a free kick is given to Gary Holt and against Cahill, who's had something to say about it to Alan Wiley.
Well, I think he's just frustrated, Tim Cahill. Gary Holt not for the first time all over him. It really has been a good marking job so far by the Norwich City holding midfield player. They've been given the job tonight of tracking any forward runs that Cahill makes.
Cahill's one of 4 Everton players on 4 yellow cards. One more tonight and they would miss the match with Chelsea here. You don't want to miss that. Cahill and a high one from Holt. Flag up anyway.
Yeah, I think there's always liable to take a sore one here. Gary Holt high and he's got a straight leg as well. Cahill doesn't see him. He's on his blind side. And that's always painful.
Beattie, McFadden, Beattie's gone outside of him. They decided not to go to Beattie, it's gone to Pistone, which has been a popular route. Doherty clears, now Jonsson. Simply does it from Stubbs. Edworthy. Kilban. Pistone. Towards Beattie. Look at the ref, James Beattie, and a few questions raised by the Everton faithful as well.
He's having a pretty lean time so far. Gary Doherty done just about anything that's been played up to Beattie.
Picked on by Jonsson. Handball shout, but nothing doing from Ashton. And now Jonsson finds Huckabee. And here's Brennan. It's just gone away from him. Back in by Brennan. Ashton.
It's a decent chance for Dan Huckabee. They're not in a fair play there for handball.
Fleming now for Edworthy. Francis. Edworthy. He's going to take on Pistone. And a corner kick for Norwich.
First semi-clean chance of the match for Norwich, falling to Darren Huckabee, rather snatched at it. Good spell in the match so far now as a Worthington side.
Huckabee gets it back from Edworthy. Headed away by Kilban. Drury, a little wayward. Fleming trying to rescue it. Taken down admirably by McFadden, and now Hibbert. Carsley. Hibbert now. Last 30 seconds of normal time in the first half. And James McFadden's effort deflects, but it's still not much of a tester for Green.
Well, Damien Francis did well to come across, to get to him, to press him. Took a lot of the pace off the ball. Took a long time to make up his mind there, James McFadden. eventually pulled the trigger.
Huckabee now trying to get in. It looked like he went down all too willingly then, even though he's protesting to Alan Wiley.
3 minutes time added on to be played in this half.
It's going to be 3 minutes added on. It's just a corner which Huckabee himself will go across and take. And there's certainly a protest, not only from Huckabee but from Ashton, and Brennan having a quick word there as well. Huckabee floats it in. Bench now for Gary Holt. Norwich ending the half on a high. Edworthy back out towards Huckabee, who is capable of that kind of thing, but not that time.
He's got every right to take it on. He's just peeled off to the back. It's a little bit of room there. Don't think Cahill's getting to him. It would have taken something pretty special to score from there, but he's one man who is capable.
David Weir. An old up and under, and will be claimed by Rob Green, who's received England recognition this season, according to the squad anyway. McFadden now. Joseph Yobo, it opens up for him. It's way off target really from the Nigerian international.
That's a poor effort. Again, I just wonder if that sat up as he struck it. Well fed by McFadden. Coming into space.
Carsley, Beattie, David Weir, Francis trod on the ball and Cahill benefited. Now Kilban.
I didn't get hold of it. Beattie's his target. Beattie peeled off inside right channel. That's what Kevin Coban was trying to do, ping it into that area. Another miss hit.
Here's Huckabee. Now Dean Ashton. With no real power on it. A tame effort at Nigel Martin.
Again, it's one he's got to take early. He's under pressure from Tony Hibbert.
Well, both teams have huffed, and they've huffed, but they haven't been able to blow the goal down yet. Darren Huckabee, lively at times for Norwich. James Beattie kept fairly quiet, well marshalled by Gary Doherty and by Norwich. Half-time then in this Premiership clash at Goodison Park. It's Everton 0, Norwich 0. Well, Graham Stewart spent 4 years at Everton in the mid-90s and helped keep them in the Premiership. He's going to come on for his Norwich debut in place of the injured Adam Drury. Stewart just signed from Charlton.
Adam Drury, he's been replaced by number 4, Graham Stewart.
A warm reception from the Goodison fans, who will never forget what Graham Stewart did for them here. Adam Drury has a hamstring injury, we hear. That's why Stewart has come on for him. So Everton start the second half. 12 of their 13 wins this season in the Premiership have been by a 1-goal margin. And 7 of them have been by a 1-0 scoreline. The last 5 champions of Division 1 have all stayed up. Norwich won't want to buck that trend, and they concede a free kick with a handball from Huckabee. And Graham Stewart on for his Norwich debut against his former club. Cahill trying to get in here, but there was no route through.
Well, he wasn't marked that time. That time he did get in behind Gary Holt. As soon as the first ball was knocked forward, he was on his way. And he didn't have Holt for company that time.
Carsley hurt and Ashton has stayed down.
It's Lee Carsley who's certainly late there. Surprised the free kick's gone Norwich's way.
Jim Brennan will take it. Gary Holt. And an awkward bounce in front of Nigel Martin, but a bounce on the relayed bit of turf.
Yeah,
We'd be grateful.
Thankfully for the Everton keeper, but it was an awkward one. And he spilled it. Dean Ashton was following in.
Norwich's first effort on target, that. They've only scored 6 goals away from home in the Premiership. They were always going to find the going tough, but they still believe they can survive. Stubbs. Kilban for Joseph Yobo. McFadden making himself available, but Graham Stewart gets involved. Not involved enough though. Here's McFadden. And Tony Hibbert. He's had such a good season. McFadden gives it back to Hibbert, who's pokes it through here. Carsley and Beattie both went for it, but Fleming stuck in there, and Kevin Kilban's effort is stopped by Green.
That's a very decent save. Wicked deflection there, but previous to that, Beattie reckoned that Carsley could have come onto this and hit it. Tony Hibbert didn't want to take it on his left side, but threads a lovely ball through, and I think Beattie's looking for Carsley to put his foot through that. Good save eventually.
Beattie. Here's McFadden. Floated in towards Kilban. Pistonic shaking off Ashton. Now into Beattie. Oh, he just couldn't set it up for anyone, James Beattie.
Oh, better touch. He could have played McFadden, and clumsy touch by Beattie.
McFadden has found Yobo, and Beattie in the mix again, but it's wide.
Well, at least he won it first. I don't think the angle's doing him any favours. It's slightly behind him. It's a straight night for him so far. I wonder if Davy Moyes will give him the full 90. I think Ferguson a pretty obvious option on the bench.
Stubbs. Gary Holt's header, knocked back by Yobo. Come off McFadden. Here is Stewart. Yobo. Carsley. Edworthy lets it go, despite the lunge from Cahill. It took Norwich until the end of November to claim their first Premiership win. but they've only managed 2 all season. Cahill earning a free kick, which will be taken by Alessandro Pistone. 6 minutes into the second half. Edworthy. Doherty now for Holt, who was nobbled by Carsley. Picked up by Brennan, who's dropped back to left back after Adam Drury went off with a hamstring injury. Huckabee. Damien Francis advancing, but Stubbs sorts it out. Brennan. Here's Doherty. Offside.
I think it's Francis who's gone a little bit early there. I don't think it's Dean Ashton, I think it's Francis on the near side. As it's not, it's Damien Francis.
Pistone. Shrugged off it. Here's Ashton. Johnson on first time. Huckabee not expecting it.
Well, he had to check, otherwise he was running offside. He had no alternative but to check his run. And when the ball was knocked forward, he was caught in his heels because of that. Anyone's game. One might just be enough for either side.
Stewart. Edworthy. Now Beattie. Cahill trying to get stuck in, and Beattie still there as well. Pistone now for McFadden. 2 number 11s together. Brennan and McFadden. And James Beattie. Oh, that was mighty close.
It's a terrific effort. So well set up by James McFadden. As soon as he shifts it onto his right side here, one thing in his mind, get the shot away. He got his foot round it, got the top spin on it. And unfortunately for James Beattie, it just wouldn't come down quickly enough. Terrific effort.
Weir. That's going to come to Pistone. Cahill. Fleming has to go across with him. Cahill's got it in towards Beattie.
That's one he's got to take early. Gary Doherty squeezing him at the front post. Difficult one to take. His body's just about shut there. He's outside the front post. He's starting to get a chance or two now.
His last Premiership goal came against Norwich, Southampton, but they were beaten at Carrow Road. Flicked on by Ashton, and Huckabee getting in here. Off target from Darren Huckabee, but it goes down as a decent chance.
It certainly is. He splits David Weir and Pistone here. Times his run into the channel perfectly. Well won by Ashton. He's certainly expecting Huckabee to test the keeper from that angle.
Hasn't scored in his last 8 matches, Darren Huckabee. 6 goals so far this season. Beattie into the path of Yobo. Doherty intervening before McFadden can get near it. Now Tony Hibbert. McFadden. Cut out by Francis, but McFadden gets another opportunity. Brennan stepping in. Wasted by Gary Holt. Late one from Francis on Carsley.
That's a good decision. Trying to let the play go. No advantage to Everton. Quite right to pull it back.
David Weir will take this. Short to Yobo. Hibbert. Possibly showed too much of it, but he's going to get it back here from Damien Francis. Dean Ashton's in the middle. Hibbert recovers. Huckabee again. Well, he's got away from Hibbert that time, and now Graham Stewart and Huckabee. It's a decent start from Martin.
That's good technique from Darren Huckabee, coming over his shoulder here. Put onside here by Tony Hibbert, his deepest Everton defender. A more than decent effort.
Everton substitution coming off is number 5, David Weir. And he's been replaced by
Duncan Ferguson comes on. Got that winner against Norwich at Carrow Road, where he also came on, and he also scored twice against them here from the penalty spot in the FA Cup a year ago. Can Ferguson make the difference against Norwich again?
Well, it's not a sight that either Craig Fleming or Gary Doherty will want to see. Everton now have 2 terrific targets up front now. No matter what side of the pitch Everton have it in the deep areas, they should have a diagonal on now.
Cahill. And that's going to be a free kick as Edworthy tackled.
I think it's a needless one as well. I don't think Tim Cahill's anywhere to go out there. He's not going anywhere. A nice angle here for Lee Carsley to ping this in.
Minutes gone in the second half. Potentially a massive moment in the match as Carsley takes. But it comes to nothing for Everton. Carsley back for Pistone. It's off Graham Stewart. Then Francis. And Damien Francis running onto this after Huckabee's touch. Hibbert is with him.
That's terrific cover. As soon as Francis made the forward run, Hibbert was in behind, tucking across.
Too high for Dean Ashton, that. McFadden. Ashton made the challenge. Yobo now partnering Stubbs in the heart of the defence after Weir went off. It's up towards Ferguson. It's a foul by Gary Doherty.
Oh, a very decent area as well. I think Gary Doherty's hard done by there. I mean, the hands were certainly up. There's not a great deal of contact, but what an awkward one for Norwich to defend.
Carsley and Beattie standing over it. Alan Wiley's happy with the wall, which now has 2 Everton bodies in it, Cahill and Kilban. Carsley takes! Excellent effort, matched by the save from Rob Green.
That's a very good read from Rob Green, because the big target was to the goalkeeper's left. Carsley's tried to fox him with a terrific effort, and that's going inside the far post had he not got across.
Yobo. McFadden wasn't quite sure where it went, and it went for a Norwich throw. We've reached the midway point almost of the second half, and it's still goalless between Everton and Norwich. Carsley coming close though, foiled by Green. Flicked on by Ashton, and no foul by Huckabee, who sends it across now, and Dean Ashton's header goes straight at Nigel Martyn.
It's a chance. Unfortunately, there's no real pace in the ball, and it's hard for Ashton to get any real purchase on it. But Alan Stubbs isn't getting to him. Going to be a good header from there. It's a comfortable stop for Nigel Martyn.
McFadden in towards Ferguson, but it's taken by Green. And the bounce has given Darren Huckabee a great opportunity, and what a stop from Martyn, and Everton got away with that.
They were dead right, Ian. The minute Everton let the ball bounce, they're in trouble. They don't deal with it. Ashton contests, and it's sat up beautifully. And again, you expect better from this fella.
Edworthy's throw on a push that time by Ashton on Pistone. Nigel Martyn has kept 9 clean sheets in his last 17 Premiership games. Ferguson, and Green stretching.
I think he smothered it. A decent chance for Duncan Ferguson. A lot more to his game than what he does upstairs. He's more than capable of scoring from that range.
Robert Green, by the way, hasn't kept a clean sheet since October, when Norwich drew at West Brom 0-0. It's 0-0 here, but Kevin Kilban trying to do something about that. Fleming tried to intervene. Ferguson hoisted high by Beattie, and Kilban heads it wide.
Again, he's struggling to get any power on it. Having to get over the top here of Fleming. Difficult to get any real power on it.
Here's Kilban now, and Tim Cahill's available, and he's onside. Kilban's cross is cut out by Francis. It's a corner.
That's an important block there from Damien Francis, because both Ferguson and Beattie were on the 6-yard box. Had he managed to pick him out? Getting a lot more stretch now.
Stubbs in there. Ferguson, Yobo and Cahill. McFadden sent it in, but I think it was Fleming who dug it out. Dug it out well. Carsley back for McFadden. Straight in. Cahill. Beattie! Away by Doherty. James Beattie's about to be hauled off, but he could have delayed his departure then. And he scored.
A little bit too deep now, Norwich. You have players like Beattie and Ferguson who are as good as that pair are in the air. You don't want to be on top of your goalkeeper where you are going to lose one from a header.
Game over for James Beattie. It hasn't really been his night. And the £6 million man is replaced by Marcus Bent, who is the joint top scorer at the moment with Tim Cahill. 6 goals. He scored when Everton won at Norwich in October. In fact, he's scored for 4 different clubs against Norwich, and he's a former Ipswich player, which won't go down too well with Norwich fans. Fleming. Immediate contribution from the sub.
Control from Ben. This early in the match, gets his body between Fleming and the ball there, shields well. Not really a choice here. Have to defend this and cover off Green.
Can Everton find a way through? McFadden goes for goal and it bounced off Gary Holt. Free kick wasted really. McFadden might fancy a long throw here. McFadden does fancy the long throw. Gary Holt meets that too. McFadden. Oh, McFadden with a cross. Marcus bent, and it's been scrambled in by Duncan Ferguson. Ferguson torments Norwich yet again. 4 goals in the last 3 games against them after Green have made the initial save.
That's a wonderful ball in from James McFadden, and this time there is pace in the ball in. It makes it so much easier for the player attacking the ball. Bent up early, it's a free header, wonderful stop from Green, and then it's anyone's. Duncan Ferguson with the instinct, the penalty box instinct to get in there first. And he might even, well, was it an OG? Duncan Ferguson certainly looking to get the touch, but it may not have come off him. Might have been Gary Doherty.
Well, it might go down as an OG, but if you want to try and take it away from Big Duncan, good luck. McFadden. Ferguson is there again. Cahill. Pistone. That's a foul by Ferguson and Doherty.
I wouldn't mind too much. A pretty telling contribution in the short time he's been on. And it was his pressure on Doherty that forced the Norwich defender into turning into his own net, I think.
Well, it's Everton's favourite scoreline. It's 1-0 to Everton. 7 times this season they have won by that scoreline. It's been a slog for them tonight, no doubt about it. Just over 10 minutes to go, and Norwich are going to have to do something they haven't done much this season. They're going to have to score on their travels if they are to salvage something from this game. Here's Bent, who nearly scored himself. Not going to score like that, mind you.
No real help. Fadden's the only pass he had there. This was the ball in. It's a reaction of Duncan Ferguson. Gary Doherty has to try and match that reaction, and it's he who pokes it past Rob Green.
Huckabee. Now Graham Stewart. Oh, Huckabee struck a foot out, and a handball shout as Francis had a go.
It's a big appeal as well.
Ashton's cross into the side netting.
Oh, a big appeal from the Norwich players. Certainly appeared to strike Alan Stubbs in the hand. Relief there for Davy Moyes. Took a big deflection, the hand is certainly out there. And that is one you would not have been surprised to see given.
Doherty, oh dear, he's presented that straight to Cahill. He's won it back though. McKenzie. Norwich's annoyance.
Have to pretty clever to get out of that. 2 against 1 in the corner there.
Nigel Worthington must have been thinking his team might nick a point here, but it looks like all 3 will be going to David Moyes. Looks like they'll be putting 7 points between them and Liverpool. Moving 4 points behind Arsenal. Carsley has given Rob Green the chance to launch one again, but the seconds moving quickly now. Holt. Wrestled off bench by Huckabee. Was there a push there from Ben? It looked like he had a shout, Huckabee.
Well, I think the referee has done Everton a major turn here. There's only reason for Huckabee to go down other than that he was pushed.
Huckabee having words. He had a point. For the 8th time this season, it's 1-0 to the Everton. They left it late, but eventually found a way to go to consolidate their position in 4th place. Marcus Bent nearly scored just after coming on as a sub. His header pushed away by Green, and in the scramble that followed, Duncan Ferguson put pressure on Gary Doherty, and although Ferguson ran away and claimed the goal, the last touch appeared to come off Doherty. But Ferguson, always a considerable threat, as Norwich have found out over the last year or so in various games. Frustration for Norwich down at the bottom, but another win for Everton up at the top. It finishes at Goodison Park. Everton 1, Norwich City 0.